Hi, my name's Graham Thompson. If you do not want to see the age of consent abolished, I think this video might be worth your attention because we are getting very close. The best child protection legislation we have ever had was Section 28 of the Local Government Act 1988. It stopped grown men in schools from forcing little boys to accept getting buggered was normal under pain of punishment for homophobia. Since the repeal of Section 28 in 2003, we have been getting closer and closer to abolition of the age of consent under the aegis of LGBTQ. LGBTQ is a manifest paedophile front. I will give you my 5 main reasons for saying that. Peter Tatchell. The biggest giveaway that LGBTQ is a paedophile front is it is fronted by Peter Tatchell, a paedophile advocate. He has an open history of unrepentant paedophile advocacy, and today he lies through his back teeth about it to pursue his paedophile agenda by stealth. Links in the description. The second biggest giveaway is that I have never come across one single LGBTQer who has ever condemned the paedophile words of Peter Tatchell. Ever. I shall give you a couple of examples in the description below. Leading homosexual rights campaigner Peter ASHMAN defended paedophilia in a letter to The Guardian in 1975, and in 1989 he was the principal co-founder of STONEWALL to abolish Section 28. Links in the description below. No Outsiders was the pioneer in LGBTQ education and is one of its main providers in British schools today. In 2008, just 5 short years after the repeal of Section 28, it held a seminar entitled Queering Primary Education. Its language was clearly paedophile. Links in the description below. All of the central figures behind the queer theory and gender ideology that forms the foundation of LGBTQ thinking are pro-paedophile. From the past in the godfather of queer theory, Michel Foucault, to very much the present in the LGBTQ education czar of the Welsh Government, Emma Reynolds. All pro-paedophile. I will give you a list with links in the description, and no doubt some of you can add names of your own as well. Do I think that all LGBTQers are paedophiles? I am sure that's not the case, but as per number 2, I have never ever come across one single LGBTQ who has ever condemned the paedophile words of Peter Tatchell. Ever. In this inglorious age in which we live, we have recently seen how Islamists demanding a ceasefire in Gaza so Hamas can continue as the spearhead of a second Holocaust have intimidated Parliament. The intimidation tactics of LGBTQ have had spectacular success. Our MPs, who are very representative of the country as a whole, very representative, will do anything to avoid being called bigot, homophobe, or transphobe. In 2019, our craven Parliament voted by 538 to 21 to make the patent paedophile charter of LGBTQ RSE compulsory in schools. That was a massive step towards abolition of the age of consent. The next massive step we have coming is the spurious conversion therapy ban to criminalize opposition to LGBTQ. What it will do is that if anyone tells a groomed child biology is real, or gives victims of childhood sexual abuse who do not want to be homosexual the counselling or prayer they ask for, they can be locked up for it. It is about child predators being able to lock up child protectors. If Sir Keir Starmer gets the landslide that he is heading towards sometime this year, within the first year of his administration, the pure fascist evil of a spurious conversion therapy ban will be on the statute book. And what will come within 2 terms, maybe even one, of a Starmer government is abolition of the age of consent. No, not directly with an abolition of the age of consent act, but by legislative sleight of hand in a Children's Rights Act that in all but name will abolish the age of consent. And our MPs will be too afraid to call it out for what it is, for fear of being called bigot, homophobe, or transphobe. When we are living in that world, a new word, paedophobe, will come into currency. And what it will mean, its usage, will not be to mean hatred of paedophiles. It will be hatred of children, because the world we will be living in when the age of consent has been abolished will be one in which opposition to paedophilia will be treated as hatred of children. If you do not want to live in that world, we need to bring back what stopped this evil dead in its tracks in 1988. We need to bring back Section 28. The wheels have come off and we urgently need to put them back on again while we still can. I am going to end this video speaking as a Christian. We Christians are the best argument for atheism that there is. Where is the light of God in us? If we truly believed that Jesus Christ is our risen Lord and Saviour, we would be willing to march into hell for the heavenly cause of protecting our nation's children from the paedophile front of LGBTQ. But we're not. How do we expect a watching world to take our faith seriously when we are not willing to fully partake of the cup of Christ's suffering that is stood before us in this, our hour of truth? How can we expect that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially if you lay claim to faith in Jesus Christ as our risen Lord and Saviour. God bless you.
But I'm pressing on to the higher.